Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to Crosswords Live. I'm here as always with my solving buddy, Sam Ezersky. Welcome back.
Good to be back. It's been 2 weeks, right?
It's been 2 weeks, yeah. We had a little problem here at the New York Times, but everything's resolved. We're back, and we are ready to get solving. This is a terrific puzzle. I have to tell you that I don't get this feeling very often, but I had such a good aha moment from this puzzle that when I finished, I wanted to go back in time and do it again for the first time.
Well, that was our goal with this very puzzle,
Time
because
travel.
there were a lot of little wrinkles in this puzzle.
Right.
So I mean,
Right.
these were tough to grok. Were they not?
They were. I did get it, but I'll tell you, I got it easier than I found it to explain the theme to wordplay readers. I had to sit there for
Fortunately,
a good
that's
50
not my
minutes
job.
and say, how am I going to explain this on paper? But we managed to do it. It's a tricky Thursday. I hope you'll all sit and solve with us. Before we get started, we wanted to say that our hearts go out to anybody who was affected by Hurricane Dorian. We hope you're doing okay. And if it's possible, come sit and solve with us, and hopefully that'll take your minds off stuff. Anyway, let's get started. This puzzle is by Alex Eaton Solners, who is quickly becoming the king of Thursday.
I was going to say, this is his 10th Thursday for the Times.
That's amazing.
And 10th Thursday only, amid all his other puzzles. And his first puzzle wasn't even published until 2017.
That's
so
amazing.
he has been extremely prolific. This is a very, you as a word person might have had these sorts of observations where like some words are so closely related and yet not really etymologically so.
Yeah,
but
I don't think I would have thought of
okay,
this
maybe
one.
that's just constructor brain.
Yes,
okay,
that's
that's
constructor
constructor
brain too, but I so admired this find. I really did.
Which one?
Yeah, right. There are 11 finds in this puzzle, but that's one of the things I liked is not only was it a clever idea, but Alex managed to get 11 theme entries into the puzzle.
And that's never easy. It doesn't even matter what the length is.
Not on a daily puzzle, and not even really on a Sunday puzzle. No. But the way he did it was he hid the trickiness in the clues. And I like that.
That was tough
That's
to
a great
do.
way to...
I'll talk about that, the editing behind that a little at some point. But it was tough to find a way to clue these.
Yeah. So if you've noticed, the theme clues are in italics. Like at one across, we have more than a bird, but less than a facial expression. And that sounds very mysterious. It sounds like a riddle.
That's why we italicized it.
Okay.
Right?
Well, also you could see it, and also so solvers wouldn't think you were repeating the same thing over and over again, because that's a no-no. But it was hard to find an entry into this puzzle, what with all of the theme material. I could see how
everybody has their wheelhouses, right? There had to have been something in this puzzle that you absolutely knew, no doubt.
And I will tell you what it was for me.
Yeah, of course.
Actor Ian McKellen, the wonderful British actor.
We've got our blue text on today, it looks like.
Oh, my.
That's not good.
Are we on auto check?
I guess we're on auto check. So, that's okay.
That's okay. Auto check, by the way, is a really cool feature. If you want to see whether you have the letter right, it will tell you. If not, it will either put a line in it or X it out. For example, if I typed R in... Oops, I can't do that now. But if I type, let's say, R in here, and that's the wrong number, it will let you know.
There was a part of me that was really hoping that was going to be an R.
Yes, right, just to show me up.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got Ian in there now. What else? This one also is a theme entry. More than a symptom, but less than a jerk.
Yo, Deb, I'm gonna let you finish, but
okay.
Policy Junkie has my gimme for the day.
Hi, Policy Junkie.
And my clue at that. Hello, everybody. Arcoballo no Shino. Sarah Neese is with us.
Hi, Sarah.
In our lovely crossword community.
Okay.
Bruce Giordano is here. MC Dendis is here.
Sarah wants to know where the hammock is. Okay, I just posted on Facebook a picture of a hammock that is in the middle of the floor in our office space.
I didn't notice.
It just sort of blossomed like a mushroom in the middle of the newsroom.
I have not even seen this yet.
And I took a picture of it and I posted it on Facebook just to say, this is new. But, we've seen odder things before. They once had an inflatable dinosaur.
They always do the inflatable pumpkin, but
right,
that's like
the
Halloween
inflatable
themed.
pumpkin. Absolutely. The dinosaur was just kind of odd.
Anyway, Policy Junkie, 39 down.
Okay.
I'm
Let's see.
I'm raring to go with this one.
Oh,
The blank
okay.
Sports Bureau.
This one had your name on
The
it.
stats. It did. It was my clue. So.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The
There you
stats
go.
record keeper. Oh no, I'm supposed to talk about it as a solver. Excuse me, it was
Go
not
ahead.
my clue. This is the Elias Sports Bureau.
There you
It keeps
go.
track of every last stat known to humankind.
And this is something that I just wanted to mention, because not only is this not in my wheelhouse, but I tend to not have a very good memory for names. But, and there's always a but, I once encountered this clue in another puzzle and was completely flummoxed. So I didn't even know there was a sports bureau or a stats record keeper, because I don't follow sports. But it turned out to be Elias Sports Bureau. I did some research on it for the column, and it stayed with me ever since. So it just goes to show you, keep solving, because these things will come up and up again and again, and you just file it away in
we
one of the
talk
folders of
about
your
our
brain.
crossword ease, like
Yes.
our answers that show up all the time. Like the more you solve, the better. It's just practice really does make perfect with
It
solving,
does.
because you just
Will says they don't. I said
Okay.
they come up again and again. He says no, they don't. And that's fine. I mean, so I know you guys try to, and the constructors try to make things fresh and stuff like that.
we are always
But
trying to make things fresh.
there are certain entries that do come up.
So how about this? We've got MC Dendis is guessing 49 down is ICU. Post-op locale.
I really honestly, that's correct in this puzzle. I really hope you don't wind up in the ICU.
Yeah, that's true.
Post-op. I
That's
hope you
true.
wind up in
Fingers
regular
crossed.
recovery. But
Fingers
you can,
crossed.
it's a fair clue, because you can wind up in the ICU.
I've got another one, Deb.
What's that?
You want to go to 41 across? It's
No.
in the middle right. Please?
Okay.
This is going to make me look really
Since you
stupid
said
otherwise.
please.
Thank
Okay.
you. A hoppy brew.
Oh,
It's an IPA. I mean,
absolutely. And that's another one
It's
that
just-
I've learned from Crosswords, because I don't drink beer. So, but that's great. I can never remember whether it's IPO or IPA, though. IPO is something very different.
See, IPAs are my favorite.
Okay,
So
cool.
that's you connect IPA with hops. You see
Okay.
hops in the clue, and it's beer related.
Yeah.
It's going to
No,
be
I knew
IPA.
it was IP something. I just didn't, and I'm not going to make the jokes. But
iPad. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
gotcha. Okay.
But anyway, moving right along.
We've got Alpine Joy says, I liked this puzzle, waving hi at us with an apple emoji
Hi,
and
Alpine
shades.
Joy.
Hello, Alpine.
Yeah,
AJ.
you know what? I really like this puzzle too. I said at the beginning of the stream, after I finished, I wished I could go back again and do it for the first time, so I could have that aha moment again.
And let's see, what's another one? How about Chore by Bruce Giordano? Crossing the sea at ICU, using our crossers as we really
good
are wont
job,
to do on a
Bruce.
Thursday.
Doing dishes, e.g. Now, the e.g. clues are interesting.
Absolutely.
E.g. clues are usually looking for a category that the rest of the clue would be in, like doing dishes. Falls under the category.
That's
of
why we have
chore.
auto check. Now it really
That's
jumps
right.
out when we've mistyped things.
Makes me feel bad.
It was all
What
part
else?
of the plan.
Well, people are
I
really-
was dumb and refreshed the page, so I'm waiting for
Oh,
comments to post
okay.
again. But in the meantime, here I'll throw in another gimme in my
Yes, just to make up for it.
yeah, right below IPA at 45 across. I can tell you that the California school, Calif, abbreviation for California,
Right,
so
so it's
the
going to be
answer is going to be an
it's going to
abbreviation
be an abbreviation.
The California school that's home to the Aztecs is
Is?
San Diego State University, SDSU.
SDSU. There
Shout
you
out
go.
to Saquon Barkley on the Giants.
There you go. And
Or just kidding, I'm
that
thinking of
gave
Donnell
me,
Pumphrey.
since I had IPA and SDSU, I got that this was going to be a tau particle.
It's not an O particle, a water particle in French.
Yes.
It's a cognate.
It's an eau de particle. So, and let's see about this. Cleans up. Don't
That
really
could
have
be
enough for that.
mops, or it could be sops mainly, or
Yeah, it could be.
How about 36 across?
36 across. Let's see. There's one. More than a British Islander, but less than a team symbol.
Well, that's just going to be another bit of theme-related stuff.
You know what I think, though? I think that we're thinking of two different words here. It's something that's more than a British Islander, and we need to come up with a word for that British Islander. And then less than a team symbol is another word for another word we need to come up for, and somehow we have to sort of take the average.
Well, I'm
and,
just trying
and
to
come
even
up with a word that has nothing to do with either of them.
So a British Islander. Does anything jump to mind?
I mean, I think it's got to be a Scot.
It's more than that.
It's
but
more
less
than
a
that.
team symbol.
Right. So what would be a good word for a team symbol?
That perhaps ends in Scott.
Ends in Scott. I would say it's
Sorry,
gotta
guys.
be...
I'm waiting for these comments to buffer.
What
My connection's being funky right
right.
now.
If you are leaving, leaving comments, please be patient.
Please be patient.
Oh, there we go. They're starting again.
Okay. Bruce Giordano says that 46 across is plaid.
We'll come back to that. Tartan pattern, absolutely. And speaking of tartan, that brings us back to Scott. I think the team symbol could be a mascot.
They're all flowing in now at once. There we go. Computer screen fix now.
You guys
are
so
awesome.
smart.
PJ's got it. Archibal's got it. Nicole Xavier 111. Policy Junkie.
Everybody.
MC Dennis. It is ascot.
Well,
what we have to put as the answer.
Right, but let's explain how we got there.
Take it away.
For people who and by that I mean me, are sitting there going, what? The more than a British Islander would be a Scot, and you can see that we need more than that because there's this one square at the beginning that's still blank. But less than a team symbol. So if we were to type in mascot, it would have to be over this black square and then ASCOT.
Oh, so you're telling me it's a rebus?
No. But would that count as a rebus?
Well, ignore my question anyway.
Forget what
now
he
we're
just said.
Now we're just contorting it.
We're what we have here, and what I think is so interesting about this theme is we started out with one word, Scott. We thought about the other word, mascot. We lopped off the M on mascot, and we still wind up with a perfectly cromulent word.
Perfectly cromulent word. I like that. Thank you.
All right, so that, in a sense, is the theme.
What Alex Eaton Saunders is about to show us 10 more times.
10 more times. But I like that, because to me, they were like little speed bumps. It slowed you down, because you had to sit there and really think about it.
Exactly. Cathiosis cromulent bingo. Thank you, Cathio.
There you go.
Exactly.
All right. Who said about 5 minutes after Sam refreshed the page?
Yeah, exactly, right. EDW David is back with us and has 33 across to the left of Ascot. Says it's grit. Annoyance for an oyster eater. Yes, indeed.
Yes, it's
very,
probably
very, very
an annoyance
annoying.
for the oyster, too.
The oyster's probably not really thinking about that as it's being eaten.
No, but it was an annoyance while it was alive. And Midori on the ice, that's a really clever clue because Midori is also a melon liqueur.
Oh, wow. Well, that was great. That was great, but that was certainly not our intent. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, so maybe I was reading a little more into it, but I'm all for the tricky clues.
We'll let you have it.
I'm all for the tricky clues. Midori is a melon liqueur, but Midori Ito is a professional figure skater. So Midori on the ice is not the drink, but it is the figure skater.
And that goes right back to what we were saying about Elias. Like, that was a name, Midori Ito, that I learned from solving so many crosswords, just trying to get better and better, working my day up at the days of the week before I was doing any of this that I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Indeed. Robert S. Gold is with us from your Facebook. Hello, Robert.
Robert, how you doing? And how you doing down south? Are you guys okay? Robert's in the southeast of the United States, and I hope he's doing okay with Dorian.
Indeed. Codner has a good guess as to another one of the theme answers.
Tell me.
You want to go to 42 across?
Sure.
So it is more than a bagel, but less than a walk.
Now, this was a difficult one because I don't think of a bagel this way.
I don't either.
But, listen, you guys do you. In this case, I'm sure he got it, but we'll talk about how it was gotten. More than a bagel. If you think of a bagel as a roll, and then you have to have more than that, but less than a walk. A walk would be a stroll. So then you'd lop off the S.
So that leaves us with some of you.
No, we love our listeners.
You guys.
Don't listen to him.
I am the troll. Leaves you with me.
Exactly. So, but it's really interesting that it does come all the way around so that it's still a real word.
I love that.
I love that.
And again,
what I think
is particularly interesting is that they're not related
Nothing
linguistically
at all. None of the three words are.
Yeah.
Which is amazing to me. And so when you solve this, it looks like a perfectly innocent puzzle with real words in it. But the magic, I mean, the real twistiness is in the clues.
It's all in the clues.
Yeah.
And that's where we're all about just our different Fresh Thursday ideas there.
Okay.
You know?
Robert says he's up in Evanston, Illinois now. Thank God.
Snowbirds.
Okay. Yeah, snowbirds. Stay safe, everybody in the Southeast. Who else? Bruce Giordano says 45 down is schmear. Now you can spell that a couple of different ways. And look, here is another bagel-related clue.
Yeah, how did we? That was unintentional.
I'm getting hungry.
I'm not. I'm not a schmear person.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
No cream cheese for me.
What else have we
I'll have
got?
my lox and my capers. Katie Monken is back with us and says that 31 down is ERP.
Is that a burp or
ERP?
No, it's Wyatt Earp. They were playing Wyatt Earp.
For
Judith
fun.
Baskin had said something about an egg, but I don't know where that goes. I missed what she said.
Let's check 38 across crossing.
38 across.
Because
Okay.
breakfast bit, it could be an egg, but
it
now
could
we have
be.
an A. Now we have an A there.
So that's not. Yeah, it could be an EAG.
An EAG.
An
I don't eat EAGs for breakfast.
No, neither do I. The bit is really the giveaway. When you see the word bit in a crossword puzzle, it's really talking about something very, very small. And that would probably be more likely to be an oat. Because it's single. Unless, I mean, honestly, I would need a little bit more than a single oat for breakfast.
Yeah,
That's
you
a little skimpy.
really just can't make do with that.
No, you need
I
a
would
balanced breakfast.
I would feel robbed.
I'd have 2 oats.
Let's see. Nicole Xavier 111 has Jess at there, and you are cursoring over to there,
I'm
but
sorry.
that is okay. 30 across, right above
30
oat,
across.
is Jess, the new girl of Fox's New Girl.
Did not know that. Today I learned.
That is okay, and
And
we can cross it with jot.
one of my favorite words, jot, to
No
take
kidding.
down. Oh yeah, to take down. Okay, when I read this for the first, see that what you just saw was a very quick aha
This
moment.
is very, very real. This is very authentic.
This is of the moment. When I saw takedown, I thought about fighting. Someone who takes down somebody else. It really means
This
to
is
take
much
it
more
down
innocent.
as in to write. Yeah, you know what? I overthink things.
It's okay. And the parentheses, the reason why we put parentheses around down is because down follows both take and it follows jot for it to make sense. So you take down notes, you jot down notes.
Codner, is that Codner? Codner
Codner.
says he's from Evanston, Illinois.
Okay, cool.
Too.
Puzzle
Codner,
solvers together.
Meet Robert Gold up top. He's a good guy. All right, so we have some new people checking in.
Peregrine Took his back with us. Says they can't believe they missed Will 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, you know what?
He's very elusive. It's okay. Don't feel too bad.
You can't pin that guy down. However, if you scroll back in our in the Wordplay Twitter thing, it stays there, so you can watch it if you want when you have time.
Arnold Manda is with us and says that 48 across could be chic.
Thank you, Arnold.
Chick.
Yes, if you're smart, if you dress smart. See, that's the thing is you have to figure out what the meaning of the word
Stretch
is.
your brain.
Some people, some words just have more than one meaning, and in this case, it is chic. So thank you for that, Arnold.
Hello to Annette Anders.
Hello.
Thank you for popping by. Kathy O says wheelhouse 65 across is nacho.
There we go. Kind of chip. Absolutely.
Guess that could be, there are other kinds of chips.
There are.
So maybe it could be helpful to check
I was
maybe a
happy
crosser
to
at the H.
Let's see. Spiritual energy. That's as a yoga student. That's got to be chi.
And
Or
Pat,
ki, I think they
Pat
pronounce it.
Abernathy Murphy says, watching you from Portugal.
Hey, Pat.
Nicole Xavier.
Pat came on the Crossword cruise.
Oh, there we go. Awesome.
And now she's in Portugal without me.
So let's see. What about a 40 down?
Let's see.
Because we have that H there, crossing chic.
Where are we? Isn't this fancy? Ooh. Could it be you?
Yeah, I mean that was our goal. We
there you
like
go.
it when the exact wording of the clue can really lead you to the answer, especially when it's like a spoken word one.
Alrighty, let's see. Oh, look at this. Blanco, blanco. It's verboten. That's got to be a no-no.
Yup.
Yup.
What
else have we got?
Let's see. What do we have here? Net Anders says that 55 down could be re-ink. Oh, I like that.
Which one?
55 down, crossing chore. Sorry, the microphone is slightly blocking my view.
There you go. Printed again.
Printed again.
That's always got to be a answer.
And re-ink is a great guess there.
Yeah.
But the problem is that it's in the past tense.
Right.
So you really want it to be re-inked, right?
Yeah, but there's not enough squares.
Is it a rebus?
Maybe we're just meant to write like outside the bottom of the grid.
Kathy O's asking about the crossword cruise, by the way. Don't worry, Kathy. I got FOMO too. I wasn't. I was very new to the Times team. Didn't get to go either.
We in 2017 we did a crossword cruise where we crossed the Atlantic from New York to England and did crosswords all the way across, and we talked about them and showed you guys how to make them, and it was a ton of fun. We're not doing a specific crossword cruise again right now, but in, believe, July of 2020, the New York Times...
Yeah, rub it in.
Listen, hey, I'm just doing my job, man. This is truly something I get paid to do. Not that you should be jealous, but there will be another
it's a nice
cruise.
Flex.
It's a weird flex, but it's a good one.
Okay.
There will be another crossword, not a crossword cruise. There will be another New York Times Journeys cruise, and there will be 4 journalists going from New York to England. I'm going to be one of them, and I'm going to, of course, be talking about crosswords because that's what I do.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So one of them is from the Culture Desk, one of them is from the Obit Desk, and it's going to be very interesting. If you're interested in how the Times gets put together and how certain desks operate, it might be worth signing up for. And I know that we're going to be playing a lot of games, at least when I'm up there.
Deb's cool to listen to too, you guys.
Okay.
So
thank you.
anyway,
I appreciate that.
Talk
So
about-
now we're in the past tense.
So we actually 50-50 split here. We've got guesses for rerun and reran.
Well,
and both of those fix the tense problem, but we don't know which one is correct because one's a participle.
Oh, okay. Well, but you know what? I'm still going back to that past tense, Sam.
Well, yeah, but like if something has been printed again,
It's a rerun.
It has been rerun.
It has been rerun. I think that it's more common, though, to say reran. I mean, it is Thursday. It could be either one. Let's check the crosswords.
I'm just trying to keep you guys on your toes.
Exactly.
One of a Latin trio.
Throwing a little monkey wrench into things.
Indeed.
One of a Latin
Always
trio.
up to no good.
Well, let's see. We have
Amo, Amas,
Amas.
Ama. Okay, well, that's definitely going to be an A there then.
That's right. I think so.
Amat.
Oops.
Oh.
Amas.
That's the great thing about AutoCheck, you guys.
That's
Use
right.
AutoCheck if you want to avoid headaches.
I do it because I have to get through the puzzles quickly in order to make my deadlines. I think it's a great tool. So here we go. The answer, you guys were definitely on the right track. The answer happens to be reran. What else have we got?
And now Ned Anders is back with earn at 63 across, right above Amas.
Yes.
And gain is earn. That's right.
To gain is to earn.
Bruce Giordano agrees. Nicole Xavier 111 agrees.
You guys
Lisa
are so
Higgum
smart.
agrees with reran.
Wow.
Sharon Weinstein says that 51
Lisa-
down could be lunar.
Hi, Sharon. 51 down.
Yeah, these are all your friends.
I guess so. Kind of calendar. I think Lisa Higgin also had that. Whoopsie.
Yes.
I'm typing Lisa. Lunar. There we go.
You want to check? Do you want to check the crosser there at 68? Let's go to one of these italicized ones.
That's an interesting pattern of letters. More than a weather forecast, but less than a muscle injury. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Hit
So
me.
a weather forecast, and I believe we have that in store for us tonight,
Yep.
is rain. A weather forecast would be rain in the forecast, but we need more than that. And we need a muscle injury that ends in rain, but less than that.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah?
Strain.
There you go. See, this is why we pay you the medium-sized bucks.
I like the I'll take like the $20 bills in
Okay.
Monopoly.
There you go. The choo-choo
Not
money.
quite the 500s.
So what we want to do is we want to put in strain, but we want less than that. So the answer is actually going to be train. Does everybody understand how that's working, or is it just me?
Yeah, wild, right? I mean,
Yeah.
well, so we've also had some guesses, and this is maybe we could clear this up for the next ones, that it could be like another muscle injury that ends in RAIN is sprain. But why doesn't, if you put a P there as the first letter, why doesn't P work? Because prain
There is no such thing as a prain.
There is no such
now,
thing as
and
prain.
somebody's guessing prain. You know what?
It's
it
a great
definitely
guess, yeah.
works. It's a great
This is
guess.
a hard theme to catch on to.
But if you notice, if you look at some of the other ones we've done, they are real words. So what we want to do is we want to stay within the realm of real words. Plus, there really aren't that many words that end in NP.
And P. Plan P. That's your
Plan P.
16th best alternative.
Exactly. Big employer in Delaware. Man, I know that one. It's DuPont.
See, I think that was Will's angle, and I was like, wait, why are we mentioning Delaware here? He's just like, they're big in Delaware. And I was like,
yeah.
all right. Today, so that was a today I learned for me.
Right.
Honey604 is back with us.
Hi,
and
honey.
in all caps says, Obama! That's 54 down, right next to reran.
Hold on.
So
54.
all caps shout outs to our boy Barrio.
Yes, the 2009 Nobel Peace Prize laureate is definitely Barack Obama. And look at this. We've got another theme entry here. More than a color, but less than a trade occupation. That's really cool.
You know what? One thing I'm catching on to with these is, or that I think solvers can catch on
Tell
to,
me.
is that because we're doing this more than, less than every time, and it's always a letter greater.
Yeah.
You know that first thing, for instance, the color in this one, is going to start at the second letter.
Exactly.
You know?
It's going to be toward the end, and that would be umber.
Umber, like
but
raw
we need
umber.
something more. And less than a trade occupation. Well, the only trade that I know of that ends in UMBER is a plumber.
I can go with that. Lumber's a real word.
Lumber's a real word. Look at that.
What about a slumber? I
It would still be a
I
lumber.
could go for a slumber.
I am a professional slumberer. We were talking
Slumberer.
about that.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Revolutionary Trotsky, that's
Is
going to be Leon. And this one.
We can, if you want to finish out the bottom right, I was going to say Net Anders has, for 69 across, rant, because it is ant
69.
and grant.
More than an insect, but less than a U.S. president. Correct. Ant would be the insect, Grant would be the U.S. president, and then we do some tricky crossword math,
Indeed.
and we wind up with rant.
Indeed.
And Arco Valenciano says, I understood it's not easy for a foreigner in my opinion, and I love it. Well, thank you. I'm really glad. You know, we have a lot of international solvers at the New York Times Crossword, a lot of people commenting on wordplay, and I feel for you because there are some cultural things in the puzzle that might not be easy to get. My fiance happens to be from South Africa, and he tries the puzzle, and he has not been here for that long. And there are some things he needs help with, but they're usually the cultural answers. So I understand that the puzzle is made for Americans who would know this stuff, but you know what? It's great to learn also. I probably wouldn't be able to do an Italian crossword.
Oh, absolutely not. Count me out. I made for Air France, I made an American style crossword puzzle as in
English?
In English, yes.
Okay.
But then they had one of their French constructors create a mot croisé, which is like the French crossword, or there are different guidelines too, and I was like, I can't even attempt that one.
No, I've seen those.
So I think it's really cool that you're solving with us here is the bottom line here, even if it can be difficult sometimes.
Okay, people are catching up with lumber.
Indeed. So Lisa Higum, Arnold Manda, Arcobana, Shauna had that one. Yeah, in the ballpark.
Okay.
Joyriders Ride.
Joyriders Ride. Oh, there we go.
Stolen.
Stolen.
Stolen Ricola.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
We've only got 3 letters left. It's got to be car, right?
And we're halfway there.
Hey, good.
We know it has to be car because we got all blue letters there.
Exactly.
We're using auto check. Yeah. Honey604 says, so glad for the help today with those tricky clues. There were a lot of tricky clues, right?
It was not an easy puzzle, but it was a really enjoyable one, I think. It was definitely worth doing a Thursday puzzle for.
How about this?
What else have we got?
I was going to say Judith Bashan is back with 52 down, right next to Lunar. Says Erica.
See, I didn't know that there was a flowering plant named Erica.
I only know that from having to rack my brains for clues for Erica in the past.
Waiting in the wings is
something
on ice. If you're waiting on something, you've been put on ice. This one I like. Shoulder piece. I sat there for about 10 minutes trying to rack my brains and think of what the name. I knew what it was. I knew it was that fringy thing that hangs off your shoulder, but I could not remember for the life of me the word epaulet.
I remember that word from being in Boy Scouts because that you could you could have like these red or these green epaulettes depending on like, you know, if you were a leader of a certain group.
Right. I remember them from comedy routines where, you know, somebody would have, you know, a soldier would have his epaulets ripped off if he was being demoted. That's for some reason the thing. It's always the slapstick that stays with me.
But epaulette is correct, as Lisa Higgum points out.
Boodlam says, my kind of stolen has 2 L's, Stalin. You know what? There's enough food in this puzzle today. I'm already very hungry.
35 down looks like it wants to be tinked. What else even can fit there?
Not much, and it lightly die. If you lightly die something, you
Do we want to even take a peek at that middle answer?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. More than a court filing, but less than a status change.
Oh, well, that one I got no idea.
I had the T here at first and nothing else, so I thought I put in tort. But that's not really a court filing. You know, you have to read the clue very carefully. So I took out the O-R-T and tried to solve around it.
It looks like it wants to be T-I-O-N, though.
Yes.
Like, that's just a common
I think that's a reasonable
It's cromulent.
assumption. It's cromulent. Oh, okay. Well, how about this? A court filing is a motion, and less than a status is a demotion, like when you have your epaulets ripped off.
Hey, Nicole, thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion for an Erica clue. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to tuck that one
really
away.
Helped.
I think a Stranger Things reference to Erica. We haven't done that before, so I will be tucking that one away. Probably coming to Crossword near you.
Oh yeah, Stranger Things clue. I would love that.
Robert Gold's got it.
Fry Muncher says emotion.
Yep.
That's correct. Thank you. And Robert Gold has got it.
We've got a guess for MGM. Ned Anders says 27 down could be MGM. What else is it going to be? Aside from the LGMs in a Toy Story.
Right. Big inits in casinos, which is short for initials, of course. And, you know, abbreviation in the clue means abbreviation in the answer. That would definitely be MGM. Thank you
Curiously,
for that.
that was sort of a unintentionally fresh take for a Thursday. We checked. Yeah. We've done MGM so much as like inits in film. Sure. So I was like, how about we do the casino initials instead?
Yeah.
So,
I had to think twice about that because of the word casino, but then I remembered the MGM Grand.
Yeah, well, that's where I was coming from.
Right.
Honey 604 and Lisa Higgum both around the same time have lap desk at 43 down.
43.
Next to someone car.
Here we go.
Portable writing service.
There you go.
We have the lap part. That was the hardest part.
There you go. And Sharon Weinstein, somewhere
60 across.
Said 60 across. Let's see. This was a tough one for me.
Henry, who founded life.
I put in Ford at first, and then I took that right out because I said that's silly. He was an auto manufacturer. But the Henry who founded Life magazine was Henry Luce.
And 50, you want to check that off the U. I think this is cool. We try and do these twin clues.
Yeah.
We had spiritual energy for chi earlier. Now we have spiritual energy here.
That's another kind of spiritual energy. That's your
aura. Aura.
There you go. And this was another today I learned. Grass with prickly burrs. I'd never heard of sandspur.
New to me as well.
Okay.
New to me as well. That's okay. Learned my favorite part about solving the New York Times crossword
is learning things.
You can always learn something new.
Absolutely.
In every puzzle.
Like the
that's my goal.
Like the Elias Stat Bureau.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, this one I liked. Prelude to a Fall. I thought that was sort of like a mix-up of Prelude to a Kiss and Afternoon of a Fawn. But it turns out, I was overthinking it, Deb. And it actually is something that comes before the word fall, and that would be slip. Oopsie.
And we can check the crosser there at the Pete, because park is another theme answer.
More than a boat, but less than an idea. That's a good one. Well, you've got an arc for the boat, and it's more than that. And then you've got spark, and you lop off the S, you get park. Spark is the idea.
Yes.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Love the
spark.
way
That was, I'd say, out of all of these, spark as the word was hardest to categorize into like a single word. Like, we didn't want to give just an exact synonym of spark. Like, we didn't just want to say more than a boat, but less than, a bit of fire.
Right. That was a very well done winter coat. That's interesting. At first I put snow in here, but then I got the M and I figured out that that was rhyme.
You know what? I learned that word from Crosswords.
So did I.
Brushed up on my vocabulary.
What else? What else are people saying?
It looks like let's see, 25 down wants to be heron, and someone was saying it earlier. Bruce Giordano had it.
I'm going to move the clues up a little bit. I think we just got a request.
Yes.
Okay.
Heron at 25 down.
Of course.
Relative of a spoonbill.
Again,
I love the
learned,
word spoonbill.
I learned a lot about birds from this puzzle.
Do we even want to attempt either 25 across or 11 down? Those two long ones in the area?
Let's see. Well, last words before starting or peptide part. Well, we've got CID here. I'm going to bet this is some sort of acid.
I like that
What
guess. MC Dendis, jumping around a bit, says that 5 down could be spin.
Let's see. What rotors do. Yes, they do spin. Let's put that. Oh, look at that. It turns out that it's not spin, although that was a very good guess.
Sorry, I told you. I'm the 42 across here today.
There you go. And there is an I in there. So let's come back to that.
Codner, your comment here absolutely flatters me. Do you see this, Deb? Grid
Yes.
Kid, would you do a live stream for Spelling Bee?
That is.
I would never want to hijack this Thursday crossword stream because I have so much fun doing this.
Right. Well, but the answer to that is it's definitely a possibility for the future. There
cool to know you're interested.
I don't know if there's going to be a
too.
live stream, but I think we might be doing sort of an iPlay. I don't know if it'll be live, an iPlay for some of the other expansion games like Spelling Bee Tiles, Letterboxed. So stay tuned for that. It's not going to happen right away because we have to find the resources for it.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for planting the seed in our minds. I'm always happy to talk about
Lisa
Spelling Bee.
Higgins got 25 across.
Oh yeah, there we go.
She says it's Here I Go. Or I wanted Here Goes Nothing, but that absolutely does not fit.
I also just like Here I Am.
Yes.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Here I am
Yep.
to save the day.
We took two different 23 down, Lisa also has is Titan.
Yes, absolutely.
Could have been a gimme for some.
Yep.
For some. Everybody's got their wheelhouses.
Tee off. This was funny. I thought it was a golf clue. I really did think
That's
it was
where
a
we
golf
fool
clue.
you. That's where we fool you.
But if you are, if you tee someone off, you're getting them angry. So what's the answer?
Steam.
And
we found out it was mops.
Yes, it was mops.
How about this? 10 down. Nice newsy clue.
This was interesting. I should know this. Measures of newspaper ad space. They're called line inches, but here the answer happens to be lineages.
Yeah, now you know.
Now I know.
That came easily to Will. I was
but
like,
that's okay.
Sure, I guess it's inferable. I bet you could look it up
At
and
one
find
time,
it get a lot
I'm
of
sure
use.
it was. This one, I think, because of the O at the end, the peptide part, I'm betting is going to be an amino acid.
Well, the blue letters confirm your guess. We're
absolutely.
3/4 of the way done. Let's
Come on,
bring it home.
Absolutely.
How about,
we can crush this, you guys.
22 across?
22 across.
Actually, to get us in the mindset of 22 across, let's go to 9 down.
9
Bruce
down.
Giordano has some bygone service stations.
Well, I thought it was going to be Essos, but it's too long for that.
I think there are still some Essos around, too.
Oh.
I know. Thank goodness for the crossword.
The other part of it was I didn't even know. I thought they were just trucks. I didn't know that they were service stations. But if you think about it, the trucks had to have somewhere to go, right?
Back at UVA, I would always, before driving 2 hours north back home, I would stop at the Hess.
Yep.
Refill my car
right.
with my Grid Kid license plate.
Did you grab a truck?
No, you don't want me. I do have my commercial driver's license, but you don't want me driving a truck.
Okay.
Absolutely
no, I was
not.
talking about the toys though.
Oh, like the toy. Oh no, I wouldn't go in. I wouldn't
now.
go in unless I needed candy.
Okay.
So anyway, Policy Junkie says, wow, we're getting some hard-hitting questions today.
Wow.
When is the NYT going to sell Wordplay t-shirts? We've been asking
funny
this for
you
a while.
should say this. They are not official Wordplay t-shirts, but there is a link somewhere to a Redbubble, a page on Redbubble. If you Google Redbubble Ubecake Designs, Ubecake Designs, you will see a t-shirt that has the Wordplay crest family crest on
Yes.
it. It says "Play with your words" on top,
And then there's some nice Latin
on the bottom, which stands for "I didn't do it," which is my catchphrase.
Yes.
A couple of emus to guard the crossword puzzle. So if you go to redbubble.com, Ubicake Designs, you will find a t-shirt, a wordplay t-shirt.
Yeah, so
but
that's
thank
all
you
we've
for
got for
asking.
now. But yeah, I mean, indeed, I would like more to come.
I
of
would like
So,
that too. We're working on it. Boodlum says 10 across is lace. Let's see. Oh, well, that looks reasonable.
Arsenic
More than a
and old
card,
lace.
but less than a track bet. Well,
I
the
like
card would
lace
be
because more
ace.
cards. And the track bet is place.
Place, right? Win, better play. Win, show, or place.
And
right?
then yes, and then 13 down is Eeks, as Budlums and Lisa Higgum said.
Here's another bit of crossword. He squeezes out. If you squeeze out a living or you're just making it, you're eking out. And somebody also had said...
MC Dendis is
MC
I'm okay.
Right, and that,
across.
thank God for that, MC
Yeah,
Dendis.
honestly, we're glad you're okay.
Don't worry about
I'm
me.
okay,
I'm
you're
okay.
okay.
We've almost crushed this corner.
How
Look
about
at
this?
Ah.
You
Now-
can just read the first word and be able to get
Number.
it with the...
Well, yeah, it's a number, so it's got to be 9. And today I learned that Yggdrasil is a tree in Norse myth whose branches connect 9 different worlds. And I've got a lot of some people tweeting at me saying, no, it's 10. So I had to go and do some research. It is, in fact, 9 worlds. But that was a close one. I was going to
I would hope
text
it's
you
a
last
slip
night.
past our fact checkers. But it wouldn't be the
Crown?
first time.
Crown here is a clue where we have to play the is it a noun or is it a verb?
Yeah,
game.
right? And this is tough.
The game
I don't use
we
this
like.
word now.
No,
I don't use this in
It's
the verb.
kind of old-fashioned, but if you crown somebody, you conk them. And look, we have stanks. I wonder what that means.
Would filler necks connect to?
I don't know. What is a filler neck?
That's for you to find out.
Okay, then.
That's
Let's
part
see
of the
if
clue.
other people know.
Indeed. In the meantime, Ned Anders agrees with I'm okay.
Right? We've got people agreeing on eeks.
Lisa Higgum says Eli at 21 down. Eli shows up in so many
I
crosswords,
loved
y'all.
this clue. I love this clue.
Great.
Because we usually have either Eli Whitney, the steam something or other. Cotton gin inventor, or something having to do with people who went to Yale, because they're
Yes.
called Eli's. This, I think, is a very fresh clue. Oopsie. This, I think, is a very fresh clue.
We try.
That Ransom Olds of Oldsmobile, his middle name was Eli.
Katie Monken has gas tanks at 22 across. That's the one we were looking for.
Oh,
So-
filler necks. Maybe those are the thing. Okay.
Yes.
Gas tanks.
The
There we
filler
go.
neck, I believe, is actually in the inside of the car. Like
Okay.
where you put the nozzle is the filler neck.
Got it.
Inside the car.
I thought the filler neck was
We're-
the nozzle, but
A true story. I mean, Will and I, we edited this puzzle together,
Yeah.
and we were just like looking up, gas tank, like the
Yeah.
parts of the car in the back, completely
Right.
disassembled. Something of interest to this
a filler neck, right?
ex-mechanical engineer.
And,
but
and I live in New Jersey, so I'm not allowed to pump my own gas. So I was
Yeah, and
completely
that blows
out of
my
like,
mind.
what?
Yeah.
Here we go. More than a symptom, but less than a jerk. A lot of people had trouble with this one, and I
is
want to hear
tough.
I want to hear yours. Now, the symptom could be an itch,
Yep.
but less than a jerk. Now, I really thought that this was going to start with a B, just because I was thinking that jerk is something else. But
Yeah.
a jerk is also a movement.
Yep.
And the answer would be twitch, and you take the T off because it's less than, and you wind up with which. Now, a lot of people on Wordplay said that they thought that it was going to be switch. Or no, was it maybe Alex had thought that it was going to be switch, but the wording of the clue changed?
Yes, we
Okay.
originally had Switch. His original clue, if I recall correctly, was something like less than a Nintendo console or something like that. And we just thought that was a bit too trivial or specific.
Okay.
So we just wanted to do, just general vocabulary if we could categorize something a little more easily here.
Got it.
And I think the misdirection with jerk was unintentional, but
Okay.
I think it sums up Twitch nicely there.
Sounds
So
great.
there you go. But yes.
MC Dendis and what was it? Net Anders
Uh-huh.
are
Clear.
both talking about
Oh.
the classic auto with a so-called floating speedometer. Got to be the Edsel.
Yep.
It's and the
Today
other one
you
ended
learned.
right. And for the kids out there who don't know what the Edsel was, well, it was before my time too. But I read. The Edsel was a make by the Ford Motor Company. It was produced for 2 years, 1958 to 1960. And it was a colossal failure for a lot of reasons, not the least of which was that the front grille reminded car buyers of a vagina. So
that I did not write about in the Crossword Garage
No.
entry I did on Edsel.
No, I like how you
WordPlay.
went with the floating speedometer
Yes.
because that's a lot classier than I am.
Yeah.
So okay.
I was gonna say 8 down is clear. With a fresh clue for it too.
Oh yeah, do people really
Clear.
say that? Clear. Do people really say
you
that?
can see it, right?
I've seen it on TV. I don't know if people really see it. Now this one, a lot of people are getting it now that we have the W in place. What rotors do is actually whir.
Yeah. We're sorry for leading you astray with spin. Ba-dum.
Okay. MC Dendis has 15 across his Halley. He wants it to be Halley. I thought it was Halley too until I did some research on it. It actually happens to be Haley. 8 with an I. Gebre Selassie was a 2-time Olympic running gold medalist, also from Ethiopia, like Haile Selassie.
Yep.
I
So you
think
could
that there's
sort
some
of get
sort
that
of
with a context.
I think that the Selassie is some sort of patronymic. So I'm not really sure, but his name is spelled with an I.
And then we can get tinge going down. Or if you know
tinge.
your ER
Well,
actors,
I do. I
that works
remember
too.
Laura Innes on ER.
That would be like just pass, get the crosser from me. But again,
Right.
wheelhouses.
Exactly.
Wheelhouses, you guys.
Yeah, what
use
he's
them.
saying is that I'm old. Anyway, so more than a bird, but less than a facial expression. I got this now. Okay,
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
rolling.
You're
I'm
rolling. You're rolling.
Okay,
It's the last one. I would hope so.
The more than a bird.
Oh, no,
Bird's
second
got to
last
be an owl, right? Because we've only got 4 slots. Got to be. The less than a facial expression. What kind of a facial expression ends in owl? Huh. Oh, got it. It's got to be a scowl, right? Scowl,
And
we
that
take
leaves
off
cowl,
that S.
which is a
Cowl,
toughish word, but
which
it's
means
your
nothing
hood.
compared to those 2 words. But we have this one little corner left. Let's bring this home.
Tony Orbach is joining in. Loving that the moment he tunes in,
Kathy
you were
O
discussing the vaginal aspect of the Edsel grill.
The vaginal, yes. Kathy O says, "Wow, did not know that about the Edsel. Who knew lady parts were so scary
read words
back
too
then?"
fast.
Well,
Scowl
I don't think they were scary as much as people didn't expect to see them on the front of their car. But anyway, so what else have we got? Yes, Boodlums agrees on scowl. Who else?
We have larders at 4 down. Net Anders and MC Dendis have larders.
Yes, that's very
Yeah, I was
good.
reading you that comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was wondering.
That was the one that was.
Thank you, Tony. You can always count on me to bring it around to that.
Of course.
Pantries. Yes, another word for pantries is larders.
1 down. Monthly charge.
Wow.
Not for me. I don't pay this.
You don't.
No.
Okay.
Cable.
You're lucky. Really? You don't get a cable bill?
No.
Jeez,
My friends
man.
of streaming, and
That's great.
if I really, really want to see a sports thing, I get creative.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, this one was tough for me. A mountain nymph. At first, I wanted it to be a naiad, but it's not. That's not a mountain nymph. I think that's an ocean nymph.
Well, that's just because this is a tough word.
I don't know my nymphs, one nymph from another. But let's take this one. Lawn measure. At first, I had acre, but we see that it ends in an A, so maybe it's just the area. You think that's right?
That works for me.
It works for me too. What else are people saying?
I was just trying to think if that was the original clue for area. 17
Net
across.
Answers wanted it to be acre
Acre.
too.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh. Well, that was an unintentional slip up. Arkabala no Shino has area as well.
Okay, Policy Junkie said, well, I learned something new about the Edsel
Hey,
today.
I did too. Let's see. And then we have guesses coming in for 20 across. You want to highlight that clue, Deb?
Oh, sure.
2 rows down.
More than a snake, but less than a bodily organ. Well, the only DER snake I know of is an adder. And we've got ladder. So the
it's
body
bladder.
organ, we're going to back into this one, has to be the bladder. So,
You always got to back in with a bladder.
That's right. All right, last one, you guys. 17 across. People are shouting out
beer.
Bud, man.
I'm down to end with a beer.
There you go.
That works for me.
And look at that, you guys. We solved a
beer
Thursday
crossing weed
crossword. This was a tricky one. You should be very proud of yourselves. You really should. This is amazing. There's a sudden
Nicole
boost in
Xavier's-
Edsel Google searches. Thanks. You're welcome.
Deb,
So-
the influence is strong with this.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Dr. Jen Gunter for opening my eyes. Anyways, so let's go over this one more time. Let's put the vaginal aspects aside and focus on the puzzle, please.
Aside. Let's go back. Let's go back to lopping
Sam is
off
like,
the
yes,
first.
please.
Lopping off
Right.
the first.
Okay. More than a bird, but less than a facial expression. It has to be a bird where we have a square left over, so we have something more than the bird. Then we have less than a facial expression. That's going to be a little bit longer than the entry, and we lop off a letter there and get a word that has nothing to do with either of the words. But more than a bird would be owl. Less than a facial expression would be scowl. Lop off the S and we get cowl. And that's really the clue. That's really the clue to solving this puzzle.
And then let's see. You've got itch, witch, twitch.
Right. And we've got ace, place, winding up with lace.
We've got adder and bladder, which gives us ladder.
Right.
Oh, these are just fun to say.
They really are. Is this no?
Nope. It's gonna be ascot. 36
Where are we?
across.
Oh, missed it by one. More than a British Islander. Scott, mascot, ascot.
Right in the middle.
We've got
motion to motion to motion.
The motion to motion.
That's 21.
Oh, man. Okay. Less than a status change, demotion, gives us emotion. And again, I love how these are all wind up being real words.
Cheers, Robert Gold. Thank you for that.
What does
it
what
is
did he
a
say?
pleasure carrying the torch for the next gen.
All right. Thank you, Rob. Robert was a journalist, so he's
trying.
He has doubts about my future, though. More than a bagel is roll. Walk is stroll.
And that leaves us with me. Yeah.
Let's see. Is this? Nope, not this one.
I don't know what you would do with that one.
I don't either. More than a color. We've got umber, which takes us to plumber, which leaves us with lumber. And then we've got the bottom one. I'm sorry I'm leaning, but I can't see you around the mic.
No, it's okay. It's arc, park, and spark. I got you.
There you go. And then we've got rain, strain, and train. And then we've also got ant, grant, and rant.
Leaves us with rant. We're left with a rant.
That's 11. That's 11,
a ridiculous amount of
theme entries.
Yes.
That's really very impressive.
That's an Alex Eaton Saunders puzzle for you.
And clean. I like the way this was done. You know, some of the words are limited, but that's okay. I saw this more like a cryptic crossword where the words are very simple. You're not required to know a lot about the words, but how you get there is tricky and difficult. I like that a lot because I happen to be a fan of cryptics.
I hope you liked all these interesting creative clues in this puzzle.
Yep.
And enjoyed uncovering each one. I hope you enjoyed learning a few things in this puzzle. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the Edsel. And if you enjoyed this stream, we are here every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, streaming from New York Times Wordplay, this Twitter account right here.
Absolutely.
And I believe Deb has an announcement to make about next week's stream.
Yes, we are very excited. We are kicking off what we are calling the celebrity live stream.
Are we calling it that?
Until I come up with a better name. A couple of weeks ago, we had Will Shortz as our guest. Next week,
he's a Z-lister.
He was very good. I liked the job Will did. Next Thursday, our guest is going to be Janet Varney, who is a voiceover actress and podcaster. She is host of the JV Club podcast. She was the voice of Cora in The Legend of Cora. A lot of you are familiar with that. I know there's a huge fan base for that.
Guys, I'm hyped.
And she's starring in the Voyage to the Stars podcast. Absolutely. We are so excited. And Janet also happens to be a solver, so we are going to have 3 heads to
All
put
part
together.
of this community that we're in together.
Absolutely.
That's
3
that's
heads,
the coolest part
plus
about all
all
this.
of you, and I hope you will join us next week. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times and Sam Ezersky. Have a great Thursday.